This particular video is sponsored by me. Please check out @𝘜𝘴𝘦 to see my latest face palette with 9 highly pigmented eyeshadows, cheek colors, and along with liquid lipsticks available. Muchachos y muchachas, welcome back to the channel. New friends, old friends. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I have a little bit of an update since the previous video, Miss USA scandal, in which I revealed, due to a leaked email that was sent to me from industry professionals that had grave concerns within the Miss USA organization and some, allegations of misconduct and harassment by, the S word and all that. I, had a very interesting observation as this has kind of transpired over the past few days. Before I go into that, I just want to let my audience who has been following me for a while know that my regular production of the videos that I was producing, it will commence back. I had to take a little bit of time off to produce the rest of the Chris Cornell portion of Black Hole Sons and the Untimely End, which premieres tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are curious about the self-deletion of Chris Cornell and all of the events that kind of surrounded that, please tune in tomorrow or over the weekend and share the video once you do watch it. It is 2 hours long, so grab your snacks, grab your beverage if you drink, and please be sure to support the video by sharing it, liking, and commenting. So anyway, with that being said, yes, I will be commencing back into the theme of this channel, which is truth. Now, okay, moving back to this. So, towards the end of my production of Chris Cornell, this stuff fell in my lap with the Miss USA allegations. And so in which, the people the industry insiders that were talking to me, they have a lot of concerns because it doesn't seem to be that the organization is taking it seriously, where they're not addressing it with the contestants, the parents, patrons, the sponsors, things like this. And this is a very serious allegation to have been made against them by the third party that shared the video with me, shared the email with me. And there was a video in that email. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that video. But anyway, what I received has been pretty eye-opening. Wow, because the video that I shared, if you guys just watched it, you know that I do share information that is both publicly available information as well as the leaked email along with the attachments in that email. Now, what I find interesting is the notice that I recently received from YouTube, in which they let me know yesterday. Hi, Natalie Denise, this is to notify you that we have received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. And then they cite the video link of the Miss USA scandal video. And this is the part that really has me scratching my head. The information reported as violating privacy is at 0:1 seconds all the way through 32 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay, that's the entire video, right? So first of all, if you guys watched that video, I'm going to tell you 2 components that are in that video. Number 1 is publicly available information, and then it is the leaked email along with the damning attachments. Okay, so let's elaborate on the first piece, the publicly available information. So in order for me to understand how this organization works and the power dynamics that are attached to it, I had to understand the organizational structure and how that travels down. So that is not necessarily secretive information, okay? If you go to these organization sites, or if you do a little bit of research on Google, you will find that this information is out there. There are mainstream sources, news publications that tell you, that Crystal Stewart took licensing parentage of Miss USA organization. Okay, and then who is that owned by? And so it goes on and on. The Good Morning America article really spelled it out, where I was able to illustrate the organizational structure of Miss USA. So that's publicly available information. That's nothing that is secret. alongside with the corporate information. So corporate information is something that you can go to opencorporates.com for. And basically, from my basic knowledge, if you are not filed as a corporation or as a company by Delaware, by the state of Delaware, your information is publicly available out for anybody to view, okay? So I personally live in Texas, okay? These people seem to operate their business from Texas. Now, with that being said, I personally can go to my Texas governmental site and look for business information, okay? This is nothing secret. This is nothing, that needs to be shielded. In fact, what I have to question is a good question. Why would they want publicly available information to be shielded, okay? When anybody, and listen, I don't have special credentials. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a counselor. I don't have these special abbreviations at the end of my name. I'm just a regular person who knows how to do really, really good research. And you can do that as well. You don't have to be any accredited person to go and research these things on your own. In fact, I would encourage you to go and research these things on your own. In fact, take screenshots and share it, because the thing that they're trying to do now is they're trying to take down this video, is what this is telling me. This is my personal opinion. I think they're trying to take down this video. So with that being said, if you see tomorrow that the video is gone, know that it is against my will, because I am not willingly deleting this video. I think it is important information, and I think it speaks volumes if the video does get deleted, okay? So share like crazy while it's still up. Now, this is the next portion that I find interesting, okay? Notice on the notice that I got, where it says the information you reported as violating policy is 0.1 seconds all the way through the entire video. So they're saying the entire video is violating privacy. So I'm gonna give you guys an example. I actually did a video, I wanna say a couple years ago, and it was on 𝘬𝘓, the 𝘬𝘓 Island, 𝘬𝘓 and his little pals in the fashion industry. And it's actually up on my website, 𝑁atalie_Denise.com. So if you guys are interested in that, I've got all my, my oldies but goodie videos that don't necessarily meet the standards today. So you guys can go on my website, 𝑁atalie_Denise.com, watch them for free, okay? So this video is called Fashion Dark, in which I explore the connectivity of 𝘬𝘓 within the fashion industry. And in this real life example, I had a person that was suspected to be a person connected to 𝘬𝘓, who is currently in the modeling and fashion industry. And there was a portion of the video that was a publicly available video that is on a modeling agency's Instagram account currently today. And I got a notice that somebody, same thing, somebody, they didn't name who, wanted me to blur out that portion of the video. Now, back then, I didn't really know, how do I say, I didn't really know what was right or not. So I went ahead and blurred that portion of the video. But, back in that example, they actually told me it's 42 minutes and 5 seconds to 43 minutes and 43 seconds. That portion of the video, they want you to blur it out, right? This notice is telling me to blur out the entire video to hide all of the information contained in the Miss USA video. Now, this is something of concern because, like I stated, all of the information contained in that video is not private information. Now, let's take this into perspective here. So, okay, I see how they can, it's not violating privacy to source publicly available information at all. But the thing that I can foresee that they want me to really take down, which is the meat and potatoes of the entire matter, is the leaked email alongside with the very damning attachments. Now this is what it's telling me, in my opinion. So what I speculated in the first video was, and I stated this, I am not sure if these screenshots or these attachments are legitimate or if they're altered or photoshopped or what, right? And I stated that very clearly in the video. Now, what this is telling me, okay, because they're telling on themselves, what this is telling me is whoever filed that privacy notice on the video where they want me to blur out everything in its entirety in that video, what this is telling me is that the email and the attachments are legitimate. So if you're saying that that is private information and that I'm violating your privacy, then are you legitimizing that these screenshots and the communication and correspondence out to these contestants are in fact legitimate now? It's just a question. I'm questioning because again, the actions of other people really tell a story. They tell on themselves. I don't need to probe further. They're just you're going to see their behavior downstream and I don't have to do nothing else. But when things like this happen, I'm going to point it out. So again, my question persists. Is this privacy notice now legitimizing that these screenshots and these communications are now legitimate? And can I take this privacy notice as a communication that you want it shielded? Okay. The next thing is that I believe that all said individuals and the organizations that they are attached to need to come clean. They need to be transparent, especially with the contest upcoming, right? Miss USA is coming up. I think it's like next weekend or something like that. People like the contestants are already traveled. They're already doing their little events and stuff like that. It's coming up. So would it not make more sense to address the matters? Because it doesn't make sense to try to silence me, to try to silence the contestants at hand, and all of that, right? So I find all those little components interesting. The next thing that I want to address are the people that are defending the organization and the people said in the documentary. Oh, not the documentary, the video. If you are an individual and you are defending these people, I want you to just kind of take inventory of that. Who are these people? Who are they affiliated with? What vendor? What person? Who's their friend? Because I've seen people who are just avid to defend people where you can see concretely that there are some allegations that are pretty serious that have been existing in that organization. And, it's people who enable other people continue in their environments. We don't, people who talk about the truth and are, they're out to snatch a wig. It's not us that enable this environment. It's the people that defend the alleged predators to continue in their environment. So take inventory of these people, their profile pictures, the names of their accounts, and all these things. Because a lot of these trolls, their shell accounts, they're too afraid to show their face. They're too afraid to show their name and all of this. They're not going to do that. But so long as it looks as if they're defending the person, just take note that they create an enabling environment for all of the predators. So anyway, I wanted to bring that update to you guys. I do know that, this is getting around. I've got a message, a comment. You guys can pause to read the comment if you want to. And I found it very interesting. They first of all said that, my video was traveling within the pageant boards and that there are far deeper allegations. I'll just summarize it like that are known within the around the realm or the universe of the, no pun intended, of the organization, and nobody's done anything about it. So anyway, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for all of your support. Please be sure to share the previous video and this video like crazy because, again, they're trying to take it down. And if they do, it's going to be against my will. Thank you so much for your continued support. I love you guys, and catch me tomorrow with the Chris Cornell debut. By the way, if you guys like this top, you can get it at RedInkBoutique.com. The direct link is in the description below. Use my code for money off. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.